Ja.
Eso de big. Is we rebuild. Eso de big. Is we rebuild. Is we rebuild.
Okay, good morning everyone and welcome to the BroomsUp 2025 in beautiful Pfaffenhofen an der Elbe. And we're starting with the first match of the day, Braunschweiger Bröwicorns against the Smoking Cauldron. I'm Lena, I'm from Leipzig, and next to me is
Terka, and I'm from Kiel.
And which is great because now we have a person who is actually in the Nordliga and maybe can tell us some stuff about the Bröwicorns. We will try our best today, and we hope you have fun.
So the match started and Bröwicorns got the ball, and there was really nice rep.
Okay, and
now
I think
Stuttgart.
Yeah, and Bröwicorns also have bloodshed control. Ooh, lovely beat kick. Okay, Stuttgart is now in offense. They only have one bloodshed so far, with Bröwicorns having control.
And Bröwicorns are playing a square defense.
Ooh, that was a close one. That would have been very beautiful.
And now Bröwicorns got the ball.
And bloodshed control has swapped over to Stuttgart. Let's see how they deal with the defense.
The ball is by number 25, Patrick Schultz.
And it's not good.
And unfortunately, it went wide. And Stuttgart is inbounding.
So our head ref today, I believe, is Riffe from Switzerland. And with quite the experienced ARs with Alex and Birgit, for example, from Cologne, and also Michael from Münster, I believe, on the other end. Okay, so Stuttgart's trying to score the first goal.
And Braunschweig is doing hook defense.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Okay, Stuttgart keeper is trying to make a run for it, but is stopped fairly quickly. Defense. And Bröwicorns got the quaffle now, or the volleyball, sorry.
Number 25 is inbounding.
Oh, we've got a delayed penalty for Bröwicorns. Let's see. Okay, so far no info what the stoppage was for. Okay, I couldn't quite make it up, but there was a warning, I think, for both teams. Okay, and I think we still don't have a goal, right? Still 0-0, 0-0.
Bröwicorns again losing the ball.
Okay, Smoking Cauldron trying again. Let's see if they can make it this time. But at least their long passes work. That they can do. And the ball's recovered by the keeper from Bröwicorns, sorry. That's very close to the boundary. And the defense holding for Stuttgart. So Stuttgart obviously has a very experienced player as a keeper at the moment with Pascal Bote, who's also played for Team Germany a few times and is a great seeker. Please bear with us, we don't know all the names. We try, otherwise we'll try to use the numbers.
So number 73 now. Going for it, and
Oh,
it
the
was
first
a goal.
goal from Pascal for Stuttgart, so it's 10-0 for Stuttgart.
Now Bröwicorns are making an attack, but it was again unsuccessful.
That's
And
right.
now they have even no beaters.
Currently no beaters, so Pascal can just run through. Oh. Oh!
And it was
And again, delay penalty.
it was a really nice block from number 12.
Did you see anything? Because I didn't.
No.
Okay, let's see if we get a card. Oh.
Yellow card, player 89, Braunschweiger, continue play after beat.
Okay. Okay.
So
The yellow card playing on after being beat.
Yeah, so we got a yellow card for Braunschweig beater because he continued to play after being beat. Obviously a classic in all the cards. Was there a goal before? Because okay, so we've got a stoppage that lasts a bit longer, but we don't mind because it's a beautiful day and it's quite sunny and warm. No one's freezing, so it's okay. And the BroomsUp so we can take our time.
Yeah.
Just relax a bit. Freezing, so it's okay. On the other pitch behind us is currently Munich playing against Darmstadt and Rhinos. So it's okay. The combined team behind us is currently Munich playing against Darmstadt and Rhinos. The combined team behind us is currently Munich playing against.
Also die sind aber relativ kurz da, schon wirklich kurz. So, das macht das.
Okay, but I don't see anyone in the sin bin, so maybe there was a goal, but
Warum funktioniert genau Heizung?
I thought it was blocked, but
me too. And it's also not on the scoreboard, but otherwise the person should be in the sim bin, because when there was no goal. Okay. Because, yeah, and then obviously Stuttgart also gets a quaffle because there was a yellow card. And now the person's going to the sim bin. Okay, now. Everything's how it's supposed to be. And we'll see in a minute if Stuttgart can use this advantage. And we'll see in a minute if Stuttgart can use this advantage. Alright, looks like we're getting ready to remount.
Stuttgart now has a really good position. He
Okay,
can just
see.
drive for it and
Okay, and it's
he
through. So
scored.
it's 20-0 for Smoking Cauldron. Both teams are here, at least it looks like that, with quite a big roster, so they shouldn't have issues with that. And have enough subs, even if they get tired. So we'll see. I hope it doesn't last too long, the game, because I actually have to head over to another pitch to be a captain. So I hope we don't get as many stoppages as we have gotten so far.
Yeah, sometimes they just stop the game too much.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it makes sense. It's like a, well, newbie is the wrong term, but it is kind of a development tournament, so we also want to develop the referees and give them the time to make the right call and discuss things. So obviously Bröwicorns with their very well-known hoop D. Oh, and that's actually Flo as a chaser right now. He's also quite well known for his excellent live streams.
I don't know if the hoop defense is that good. I feel like maybe they should switch.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a bit more interesting also to watch, but it works for Braunschweig, so hey. So Flo is trying to score. Let's see if that works.
Yeah, running for it, but Stuttgart blocks it.
And the beat right before.
Easily.
Okay, well defended by Stuttgart. Now with Johnny on pitch as a beater.
And
okay, now they get the chance.
Bröwicorns can easily
They have to
score.
score.
And
Yes.
it was a goal.
So it's 2010.
It would be really bad if this wouldn't be a goal.
Yeah, that would have been a bit embarrassing. That's always like a point that we try to make in our teams, like make it sure it actually goes through the hoop. Don't do any silly things in front of the hoops. Don't try to make it look cool.
Yeah.
Just make sure it goes through. Because if it doesn't work, you look a bit stupid.
Exactly. That happens to me already. Happened to me.
Okay, and Braunschweig has bludger control at the moment. Obviously, that's very important in the defense, and it works out for them, and they recovered the volleyball. And another penalty. Let's see, this time for Stuttgart.
63. They are trying a really long pass.
Hope they make it quick. Efficient stoppages, please. So for the older people among us, or among of you out back home watching this, you might recognize this venue as the venue for EQC 2018, which also took place here. So we're very grateful that we could come back, because it's a lovely place and people are very nice here. And it's all very quaint and compact and easy to run a tournament with, because it's not so big. And you don't have to walk around for long distances. So this is quite lovely. Okay, so the card is for the Bröwicorns apparently. Okay.
So Stuttgart gets budget control.
Yeah. But you haven't heard yet why, right? There was no announcement.
I haven't heard anything, so maybe now.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll just have to guess. You probably saw it on live stream what happened. We'll just rewind it. Okay, maybe Riff is gonna tell us what happened, but if not, we'll make do, and you all can probably rewind at home and figure it out yourself what happened. Oh, we get info.
Yellow card, player 10, Braunschweiger, illegal head beat.
Ah.
Yeah, obviously now you cannot really do head beats because it's dangerous, and there were a lot of concussions and head injuries.
Yeah, and it
So-
was a very confusing rule in the beginning where you weren't allowed, or where you were still allowed to head beat a beater. It's like, yeah,
yeah.
just make it illegal for everyone. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, so Stuttgart is still in the lead, 2010. They also have control at the moment, and the volleyball, so full power. Let's see if they can use it. And obviously Bröwicorns are one beater down.
So Quaffle is with number 93 now.
Okay, number 42 from Cauldrons is trying to secure both quaffles.
And
Bludgers, sorry. And Stuttgart is still in offense and trying to score, and that was true, and the beat was a bit too late, apparently.
so I think Braunschweiger now need to think about doing something else in the offense.
Okay. Okay. Braunschweig still has the quaffle and lost it, and Stuttgart has it now. They recovered.
Right now, it looks like Stuttgart is definitely the stronger team, but
Yeah, they can really capitalize on their offenses. Oh, there was a tackle from the keeper from
really
Bröwicorns.
nice tackle now.
Let's see who
And
gets the quaffle at the end of
Stuttgart
it.
is on
It's
the
a nice
ground.
huddle. And we have someone saw something. Oh. Okay, someone didn't see something. And Bröwicorns come out on top and got the quaffle. Oh. Oh. And ran into a teammate. But they still got it.
Now,
And we've got a
finally.
second goal.
I think that's really what works for Bröwicorns. Before they did the long passes, and that really didn't work
Yeah, just
because there is a lot of times there is like one player from Stuttgart, and when
yeah, absolutely.
it's
Just try to get as close to the hoops as possible and
yeah,
make sure, again, as you mentioned, to make it sure it
when it's
sticks
going
and
too
actually
far, then
yeah.
it's obviously gonna go to the opposite.
Oh, that
team.
would have been beautiful. That was unfortunately missed, but it would have been a beautiful goal, a beautiful pass beforehand by Stuttgart. Okay, Bröwicorns are still on blotcher control.
Which I think they will need now.
And they're trying to
Stuttgart is just
muddle
trying to
through.
drive again,
Apparently not beat.
but there was a tackle. I
Stuttgart
don't
still
know
has the quaffle,
if it wasn't
and
from
no, that was
behind.
beat before. But still, still Stuttgart with the quaffle. They're really fighting hard for this goal. Okay, but now they recovered it from Bröwicorns and they can start their attack and try to get the equalizer in this game for 30-30. Bröwicorns also with blotcher control. One of the beaters is going into the offense. The other one just subbed.
Now they are playing the square with two trolls in behind the hoops.
Ooh, that was a
And
beautiful pass.
there was a pass.
And recovered
control.
by the Stuttgart chaser. headed off to the keeper.
Unfortunately for the Bröwicorns.
And Stuttgart is requesting a timeout.
Du spielst aber halt mehr, oder? Ich Sieg direkt daher. Legende.
Okay, and quaffle is recovered by Bröwicorns.
Now,
And I guess now we get the timeout for Stuttgart.
yeah, you cannot get timeout when the game is live. So when
Yeah.
the quaffle is live, you cannot.
What's the
Stop
game
the game.
time?
We check. Game time is 13:13.
Okay, so game time is 13:30.
So there is 7 minutes before the
Yeah.
seekers get on the pitch.
Do we know? I think Daniel is flag running from Mainz. It'd be interesting if he uses his actual flag, because he started using basically the flags they use in flag football, which means the flag itself is not attached with Velcro, but like a plastic contraption thingy. And I think it's just tying around the belt for it, so that's going to be interesting. And we'll see if this is going to be more popular. It's just sometimes a lot easier because the Velcro often just wears off, and then we all seen it, and the sock falls
Yeah,
off a lot.
that's true.
And so that might be a thing for the future. And also we wouldn't need all those shorts anymore, and no one has to wash them. Because that's not a great job if you're the person who has to wash those smelly shorts at the end of the tournament. So we'll probably get to see how it works. I think it's been used in the Rhein-Main-Liga, I think a few times. I think some people also tried it at EQC Division 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it's definitely a good idea.
Yeah, now when it's becoming a real sport and not anymore Harry Potter thing attached to
And
Harry
just make
Potter.
it
Then
would be an actual like sports equipment
It's
that is
changing.
officially in our sports used. So we'll see in about 7 minutes.
So jetzt.
I think it's really nice that the sport is evolving.
Absolutely, they were trying to improve things and make it easier for people. And
From the wooden brooms
yeah,
and
that's.
ropes.
We had a broken broom in our
Yeah.
Quidditch training the other day, and it was like probably broken like in two. And our kids are like, "Oh, we can tape this." It's like, no.
That's
was-
really dangerous.
Yeah, that was really like sharp edge.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, if this is going to end up in your stomach, not fun. Okay, so Bröwicorns have the couple again.
Stuttgart really quickly returns,
Okay,
but
there was the
they
equalizer.
cannot make it. So now the score is 30-30, right?
Yeah. I thought we only were at 30-30, but maybe we missed something. Or maybe the score table missed something. Okay, Stuttgart again in offense. They also don't have logic control. That's with
And they are
Bröwicorns at the
using only
moment.
one troll behind. I think they have quite nice technique that the troll is not like really that far away, but he is also trying to go in front of the hoops.
Yeah. And recovered by
Which is something
Bröwicorns, and they're
nice.
trying to get into the lead for the first time this game. And it works! It's 40-30 for the Bröwicorns.
Ich glaub nicht. Ich bilde mir ein Nein.
So now Stuttgart has to make sure that get the momentum back that they had in the beginning of the game, so they can maybe score a bit more and try to get ahead
Beim Overlay, beim
before the flag runner comes on pitch.
funktioniert Standing funktioniert.
Because this is a very tight game at the moment.
Beim Overlay sagt hinter also.
It looks like the hoop defense now works great for Bröwicorns.
Willst du einen Screenshot davon?
Okay, and
They retrieved the ball.
yeah, and Bröwicorns trying to make it to 50-30. Sorry,
That
didn't
was
work. And the couple is again with Pascal. I think I already scored twice today. So let's see if someone else gets the score.
I think that against this hoop defense you need to think, or like you need to think what you do against the
Yeah.
hoop defense, because it's quite different. I think like most of the teams are playing the square defense or maybe diamond.
Okay, but now
But
Daniel, I believe, from Bröwicorns got a couple. And we've got a penalty, probably from a tackle from behind. Seems like Fee seemed quite sure. I think he was also standing right next to it.
Ihr
And
habt
the other
den
card.
Code, also ich kann es runterziehen, ja?
And that's the yellow card for Pascal. I'm quite sure it was a tackle from behind, but we'll probably get the confirmation from Rüffe in a minute.
In welchem Fall?
Yellow card, 73 Stuttgart, illegal contact from behind.
Im Serverfall, warte, mach mal.
Okay, finally we saw some the actual penalty. Also before we got an official confirmation. That was quite clear. And that also means that Bröwicorns get to keep the quaffle and can try again.
and now they have advantage because Stuttgart has one player less.
Yeah.
so they cannot overthink it.
But I believe Stuttgart has bludger control. Yeah. But both beaters are quite close to the hoops.
He's trying to run for it.
That was beautiful. Great pass. In the beginning, I thought he was
That
gonna
was, I
try
think, a little bit
himself.
lucky that it went through, but
Yeah.
it went through.
Ooh. And another great goal on this side. Do we get a whistle? Yeah.
Ja, okay, passt. Wir probieren's.
Okay.
Ja, absolut klar. Okay.
So the score is now 40-40, right?
Cool, und wenn nicht,
50-40,
50? I don't know. I think it's 40-40.
muss ich dann wieder Dr. Compost Bild und so machen, gell? Okay, passt. Mach ich dann. Perfekt, danke.
nice wrap from Stuttgart there on the Bröwicorns keeper. But the Bröwicorns beaters are trying to save their offense, and it works so far.
So now Bröwicorns against playing square.
Recovered by Stuttgart. Pascal is
It
back on
doesn't
pitch,
work for them.
obviously, because Bröwicorns scored, so penalty time is done, and we get another stoppage. This time I didn't see anything. Did you see something?
I haven't seen anything, so we need to wait for the official call.
Yeah. No call. Okay, so it's 50-40. So again,
So
quite close.
player
no
21 has
team
ball,
really
now
go
it
ahead.
goes back to player 73. Now that was really awesome offense from Stuttgart.
So the game's equal now, 50-50.
Trying to confuse the Bröwicorns, and it works.
That beat was missed. That would have been important. So Bröwicorn gets to keep the profile, but we've got a boundary, so now it's Stuttgart.
I don't know if the high passes works for Bröwicorns. I think it's then easier for the other team to
Ooh, that was a
retrieve the
beautiful
ball.
pass. A beautiful goal. That was gorgeous. Well done by Stuttgart. They really used the moment there. Let's see, and they're in the lead. Again. See if they can use the momentum and keep their defense strong. And we see on the other end of the pitch, Daniel's getting ready. And the Seekers are also already ready. Got a brooms down. Got a timeout, I guess, by Braunschweig, because Stuttgart already used theirs. And you can probably see the flag on the flag runner is the colorful thing, and it's not attached by Velcro, as we already mentioned. It depends, I think, how hard you have to tug on it. I think you can basically adjust it, how much force you have to use. But the chances that it actually falls off because a flag runner makes some kind of weird motion is way less than with the Velcro. And it's just very annoying if you're a tight game and you constantly have to stop the match or have the flag runner has to go down on a knee to attach the flag.
Yes.
Even if you don't do any very wild movements and you just take one step and it falls off.
Yeah, that's what sometimes happened.
Yeah, and we tried fixing some of the flag shorts in the past, but like sewing Velcro is not fun. And also broke quite a few needles on a sewing machine, so this would be way easier and easier to store and all around. Yeah, I'm a fan so far.
Yeah, I don't know if in US they already use it or not, because normally they first introduce
Yeah.
it in US, so maybe.
I'm not sure. I don't think so, but yeah, we'll see. And
Minus T oder irgendwas?
so flag is on pitch. Guess it's only around 50 seconds, 40 seconds till the seekers get released. They're already getting ready.
I see this being a long match because
hope not.
this flag looks really athletic, and sometimes it can be like 20 minutes before they catch it.
Okay, und jetzt muss ich Dr. was machen?
Okay, so we're at 50-60
And the ball is
and
number 63 from Bröwicorns.
Bröwicorns trying to equalize.
He got beat, but Bröwicorns still got the ball.
Das war jetzt sozial oder was? Jetzt ist fertig.
Oh,
Try to make
there was
use.
a nice wrap.
Because neither team wants to use their bludgers at the moment. They're just gonna try and
Okay,
keep
Stuttgart
them.
got the ball.
Seekers are released.
Okay, probier's mal. Perfekt, danke Mann.
That was again a beautiful pass and another beautiful pass and a goal.
Ja, weil wir haben
So
auch
Seekers are released. Bröwicorns are on the
Yeah.
flag already, and Stuttgart as well. And flag is down for a minute. For a bit. So it's 70-50 for Stuttgart at the moment. So if doesn't matter who scores at the moment, game's gonna be over. I think all the beaters are in a Seeker game because it's so tight. It's catch to win. Ooh. Flags down.
So now
Okay.
Stuttgart definitely needs one more goal to be out of the range,
Yeah.
which is 30
yeah, in
points.
overtime range.
So
definitely.
there you get 30 points for catching the flag. So
Okay, so they're gonna try.
maybe now
Obviously, Beta are
they
no
have a-
longer a couple game, so it's gonna be. Ooh, hoop fell off.
that was a really nice tackle.
At the same time, Braunschweig's trying to catch the flag. And now Braunschweig also has to couple, and they're gonna try and catch up. That Seeker was beat.
Ah, da müssen wir die rechte Kamera ein bisschen weiter noch.
When the flag is on the pitch, it's really important to focus on the seekers,
Yeah, absolutely,
Because-
and try to have bludger control and try
especially
to
for
bobble
Braunschweig
around.
now, because they need to catch it. So
Yeah. Okay, Braunschweig again. But Johnny is right behind, but got beat. So Braunschweig has some time on the seeker on the flag runner.
so now Stuttgart again,
Ooh, that was a beautiful pass and catch.
but
Sadly, they can't
unfortunately,
make use of it, but it would have been very gorgeous if that would have been a goal. So Johnny from Stuttgart, also a very inexperienced seeker. But Daniel is holding his own. It looks good so far.
yeah, the flag catching is now really intensive. So
Bröwicorns are on the
Braunschweig
offense. Ooh,
trying to score, but
that was a close one. Great defense from Stuttgart. And we've got a
amazing
penalty.
defense.
Looks like we get a card for Stuttgart. It's a good chance for the flag runner to get some rest, take a breath, maybe get something to drink real quick. Because this is one exhausting job.
Yeah, and you need to have at least two seekers.
Yeah,
That's also really exhausting too. When you are beat, you need to run all the way to the hoops, and
absolutely.
it's just
Every-
tiring.
Every break is a good break.
And yeah, you can do that like 2-3 times, and then you need to
And we
switch.
got a card for the Stuttgart beater, I think. Number 27. And of
Yellow card, 27, Stuttgart, illegal head beat.
okay, so you got a illegal head beat from Stuttgart beater number 27,
which
which
was
also results in a blotcher turnover, so Bröwicorns now got blotches in the
Yeah.
flag bubble.
And that's second time that Stuttgart did head beat in this game.
Yeah, I
right?
believe so, yeah.
So if it would be the same player, I think he would be ejected now
Yeah,
from
but
the
it was
game.
a different one, yeah.
But
Okay, let's see if Bröwicorns can use this.
Bröwicorns running through.
We get another penalty. Alex saw something.
Number 25 scored. There is another stoppage.
So the penalty was called for Bröwicorns. They also scored, I believe. So let's see if that goal stands.
Okay, zumindest, wir kennen jetzt die Zeit und so auch wieder.
Did you see anything?
I haven't seen now anything,
Me
so
neither.
I was just focusing on the goal.
Okay, so let's see what this ref crew saw. I think Alex seemed quite sure. He made a quick call.
Ja, das war ihn.
The refs have more experience definitely than me, so
Yeah,
yeah.
let's see.
And
No call, apparently.
there is
What?
okay.
Okay, that's a bit confusing. Goal stands. Okay, so it's 60-70. Not sure why the beater is now back on pitch during the brooms down, or if he was just never supposed to be off pitch.
So now Stuttgart really needs to catch the flag. It's getting more intensive,
Okay, Stuttgart got. Oh, that was
and the
unfortunate.
Stuttgart seeker is trying really hard.
Yeah, that was unfortunate that the Stuttgart chaser basically forced this flag runner into their teammate. And now Bröwicorns on the flag, but the flag's down. Personally, I hope for
Okay.
a quick catch so I
So,
can actually
it
go on
looked
my
like
game.
Stuttgart
Now both are no.
chaser was beat before scoring. And that's exactly where you should stand. Now that was
So is
really
it 80-70 or 70-70?
great. So 8 scored. Now it's 80-70.
So he got it, but he didn't have control of it.
Yeah, you need to hold the flag at least for like 3 or 5 seconds.
Just have control of it,
So
and then you can let it go.
You cannot just drop it on the floor,
Exactly.
on the pitch.
Okay, so on the other hand, Stuttgart is trying to score. I've got another brooms down.
Boah, das ist gerade voll viel zum Hin- und Herdrucken und bla bla bla.
So I'm not sure if I think Darmstadt Munich on the other end is still playing as well. And Ruffe is going to tell us what happened.
Yellow card, 64 Stuttgart, illegal, dangerous kick.
So this was the first dangerous kick
Was
for
it chaser?
64. You cannot kick the ball when there is another hand when someone is trying to reach.
Exactly.
For the
yeah.
ball.
Could be quite nasty if that ends badly. Okay, yeah, that's a chaser from Stuttgart, so the Koffel was involved. And oh, we've got a catch.
And
Deadlock?
but there was a goal, so now we need to see if the goal was
Yeah.
before or after.
I mean,
the
if the catch is
catch.
good, it wouldn't make a big of difference other than the Koffel points. But
I
in any
feel
case,
that maybe it
Stuttgart
was
would win.
after the catch.
Yeah. But it looked quite clean, the catch itself. Let's see, so I think at the moment it's 80-70 if the... As a ref, please check it before that meeting.
Yes.
The ref was right in front of the catch. Even in the replay, we did not see it was
Ah.
right in front.
Okay, so apparently the camera was directly, or the ref was in front of the camera. That's the other way around. It was the ref's fault. So yeah,
So
it was a beautiful catch. Nothing too spectacular, but it looked fairly clean from what we saw. So congratulations to Stuttgart on their win. I think it's 100-80 now. Apparently the goal was not before the catch. So yeah, that's the first win, first match. I hope you had fun.
it was really
What's
intensive
the
match.
game that's next on the live stream?
Next on live stream, we don't know. But Bo Chuckles and St. Pauli should.
Okay, so it's probably Bo Truckles versus St. Pauli. So get ready for that. Yeah, we hope you had fun. And enjoy the rest of the stream.